Robert Caldwell, Bobby to his friends and family, was the cornerstone of his close-knit family.
Tell me about your son, Bobby.
Bobby was a really incredible person.
He had a lot of integrity, honest, hardworking.
And when he walked in the room, he just had a presence.
A presence even as a teenager, and one that caught the eye of fellow teen Tawny Thomas.
It was his first really serious girlfriend.
How did your brother feel about her?
He loved her. They were in love.
So much in love, the couple actually ends up having 3 boys together: Robert Jr., Jacob, and Michael.
How would you describe him as a father?
He's a fabulous father. All Bobby cared about really in life was being a good father.
Eventually, Bobby and Tawny marry, but within 3 years, that one-time puppy love turns into irreconcilable differences.
It was a little tumultuous.
So they divorce. Tawny is granted full custody of the boys. Soon, Bobby meets someone new.
Tell me about him and, what attracted you to him?
I mean, of course, you've probably seen pictures of him. He's very handsome. Great personality. I never really saw myself with somebody with 3 kids, but his kids were his world, so I could tell he was just a really good guy from that. And I instantly fell in love with him.
So at that time when you met him, he had a good relationship with his children and a decent relationship with his ex?
Yeah, it was fine.
But things won't stay that way.
When did you see things changing?
When Bobby moved in with me, and we proceeded to have a life together.
A life that would soon include a new marriage and having 2 children of their own. Bobby's mom, Sally, says Tawny first keeps the boys from him. Then she blocks visits from their own grandmother.
She wouldn't permit you to see them?
Yeah, none of us could see the kids. So Bobby went to court to see the kids, to get his visitation. And while that was going on, I went to court and got grandparents' visitation.
The court sides with Sally.
We got the visitation, but the kids were not cooperating, and she was not cooperating. The bottom line is the kids were alienated.
But according to Tawny, none of that is true. In court papers, Tawny said her boys did not want to see their dad or grandmother. No matter what she did, the kids refused to go. And as the custody battle intensifies, Tyler says his brother stumbles across something sordid, something Bobby had often suspected about his ex-wife.
My brother called me one day and said, I finally found it. And, I didn't know what he was talking about. And he said, check your email. So I checked my email, and it's pictures of Tawny's escort website that she created.
Were you just shocked?
Kind of. We weren't overly shocked because there is a history of that in the family.
But how, it sounds like she was leading this double life.
Exactly what she was doing.
And you're alleging that she's not the only one in her family in this line of business?
Yeah.
The family claims they took the information about the website to the court, but claim nothing happened. And things go from dirty to downright nasty. Tawny makes allegations of abuse against Bobby and more.
At one point, Tawny made an accusation that the children weren't even Bobby's, but they belonged to Sterling?
Correct.
Sterling Roberts, Tawny's live-in boyfriend. The family claims they have 2 kids together.
She claimed that Sterling was the father of all 3 kids, which forced Bobby to take a DNA test, and of course it came back Bobby was the father of all 3 kids. But it was just a delay tactic, that's all it was. As soon as Bobby got close to getting the kids, Tawny would do some new thing. Whether it was some new abuse claim or whatever it was to just delay the whole court process.
Those attempts would eventually be thwarted. The court finds Tawny in contempt for keeping the boys away from Bobby and Sally. Then 15 months later, a day Bobby had been fighting for 4 long years, the court grants him full custody. Tawny is granted some parenting time too.
It was a very exciting day. We had just bought a new house, so all the kids could have their own rooms and everything. The first 4 or 5 days, it was kind of tough. Then they started to realize they loved their dad, and everything that was said wasn't true.
The family is finally healing and becoming whole again. Then, 18 days later,
911, where's emergency?
Yeah, I got a guy chasing me over here on Sutton in Jamestown, and he's just tried to lure me. I'm assuming to try to kill me. But he's right behind me in his car. I'm kind of afraid he's going to pull a gun on me. He's clipped. With the drop top, he clips. It's a gray clip. He's starting to run now.
He's starting to run, like run away? What do you mean?
Like drive fast. He's trying to get away.
Okay, so he's not following you anymore?
No, he's in front of me now. I'm pretty sure he's going to be armed and dangerous.
Okay, stay away from him then. Do you see his plate, his license plate?
They look like they're 30-day tags.
Okay, what's your name, sir?
My name is Robert Caldwell.
Do you know who it is?
Yeah, I do.
And who is this? Who's the guy?
coming up, who is after Bobby? Is it road rage or something more personal?
He called me and said somebody's trying to kill me.
Okay, and who is this? Who's the guy?
His name's Sterling Roberts. He's my ex-wife's boyfriend, and they just lost full custody of all our kids.
Okay, this is what we're going to do. We're going to meet with you, and then we'll get a hold of him later.